Hey there folks, and welcome to another 600pp tryouts. In this try I am doing the Amemiya FD3S Rx-7. So here's the parts for this car, the Amemiya. Normally it has 366 horsepower and 339.9 foot-per-pound torque. But in this case it has 512 and 427.8 foot-per-pound. Which is, by the way, fully upgraded. So I cannot push any further on that, so that kind of tells you how much this car is pushed. To even be in 600 pp, which is not really great on that part, I must say. But yeah, it's the same 2-rotor motor as the Rx-7 normally, with some tuning modifications that Amemiya has did. And such. Yeah, overall, can't buy a whole lot. This is whatever's offered, basically. That's the biggest problem about these professional tuning cars and such. Concerning no weight reduction changes. Oh yeah, just to mention, I am going to toss this now. You can now engine swap. I'm going to show engine swaps like the LS7. Put in this instead. I can't say I would recommend that though, but yeah. So here's the rims. They are in-case. So use in-case rims. 17 inches and standard size. Then you got, at best you can change the wing. But yeah, the wing is a medium, what's on right now. Do not bother putting the high because that will look really ridiculous. Feels like it will look ridiculous, to be honest. So I went with the medium. And roll cage, of course go with the C because it has no back seats. Go with the blue lights because that looks better, although I think for when I tossed the decal, you went with the daylight light, so you may have to switch that. So whoopsie on that. But yeah, here's the license plate. I didn't use the regular this time because I didn't want a license plate on the front of the car. So it looks a little odd with it. Yeah, odd with the white display in the front. And then the brakes went with the red. I think in case there, I think I forgot to change those two when I did the decal, so something to note. Yeah, here's the tune-up, which is not much I can do because it has a built-in fully custom suspension and built-in LSD, built-in front. So, can't do much about that. But I could do as much as I could though. It almost feels like basically tuning a vision car at the end of the day and such. At that proportion. Yeah. At best you can stick a high RPM turbocharger, which probably wasn't the greatest with this car, but it is what it is. They're in the Ultra. Yeah, here's the decal if you want the decal, which my dad did a pretty good job to this. Very, very different than normal. Yeah, if you want to know, it's based off the GTCC of the GTCCLM of the Rx-7 back then, Grand Theft Auto 2. So the Amemiya, they are a tuner that is known for keeping the rotary machines alive. And also, way back then, did the GT300, like for example, the Aspera Drink Rx-7, because they did that one. Surprisingly, we don't have that one yet, the car. But yeah, the Amemiya, besides being known as the bastard car of 600 pp of Tokyo Expressway, east clockwise, freaking our Cocoa Bun. is a car that I find that just really hits the middle ground of bad to me. This is not a really great car, but it's a great car in some situations, but not much elsewhere. Other to say, it's known as its cornering potential is so good, so ultimate. I mean, that it is known as the Demon Lord of Mountain Paths. Through a Japanese magazine called Hot Vision, I believe it's called. I have to check. Excuse. I believe it's called Hot Vision. Yeah, or no, Hot Version. God. So yeah, when I just saw that, I was like, alright. Was this the only Toge car at the time that was apparently pretty good? Because I don't see it otherwise. Then again, maybe I'm not as tuner aficionado enough, I guess. I just know this car is not bad for the corn stuff as it's claimed, but not crazy either. You would have a better time with other cars than this, to be honest. But if you like rotary Rx-7s, here you go. I personally don't. But I do want to try to draw its potential if I could. Alright, so I kind of draw it out as best as I can with this car, because this car, it feels like it's hold back. Like it's holding back. It's like there's something that's not allowing it to push any further than it should. It's considering a 115.347, and that's even on the cornering track. That's not great. I guess otherwise, it's technically not a bad car. It's just very subpar. It's not really great. Except for like maybe one thing, maybe the fuel mileage, but it's not that crazy on that either. It's a really, really subpar car. At the end of the day. It just tells you more of a reason why that guy cheats, like so, or that AI cheats so bad. Not technically guy. No offense to the guy. But your AI is a cheater though. Big time. I have the proof right here basically. Although I did check like a speed check, and yeah, he is pretty legit, so I'm wrong. I don't know. At the end of the day, he's pulling like a 209. I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna pull a 209 on Tokyo Expressway with this. Nah, man. It's gonna be kind of close, but it's not gonna be 209. As you've seen on the tuning time, I tried to see what I could squeeze out of this car at the end of the fastest time. And the biggest problem about this car is also very inconsistent on its turning, or not turning, but you have to gentrify the throttle, which feels like you're driving a muscle car in that case, which is weird to say that. Now, it does make me wonder what Rx-7 this is based off of, because I gotta say, for an Rx-7, compared to the Spirit R1 that we got, this feels older. Yeah, it's just me, but it just feels older. It doesn't feel as refined as the Spirit R1. Nor as fast as the Spirit R1. So, I'm kind of confused in some ways. Because it doesn't have pop-up lights. It has regular lights, but it just really feels just weaker. And that's effed up to say that. That tells me that this is more of a fad car than a actual potential car. I don't want to say that. This looks like it has potential, but yeah, 114.410. That puts it at, let's see. On 14.410. Where are you at? 12th place between the Corvette C4 and the Jaguar F-Type. So at least it's as good as those competitors. I'm not gonna say on the speed department though. Here's comes the other fun part about this car, momentum. Does it do pretty good on momentum at least? Which I'm just gonna say for survey says, I'd say yes, because it is a very good. One great thing about this car, it has crazy momentum. I can't say it's safe for the lap time though, but it was pretty good for what it was serving. That's a good part. If I have to say comparator throughout all these times, I have to kind of compare it to the Clio. If you wanna know what's up. So, if this car feels just as on par with the Clio, you wanna know it's funny. But yeah, if you think I don't really like Rx-7s, by the way, I do like Rx-7. I just don't like the FD. I like the Savannah FC more. I am more crazier about that one than this one. I get where people are at though. I just like the more straight line. Somehow I'm able to draw that one out in terms of potential way more than the FD here. I don't know what's up with that. Although it's still not a bad car at the end of the day. It's just not a crazy car. If you just want a simple car, I guess, at the end of the day, even though simple is out of objective for this car since it's so unreliable on top of it. Not as crazy unreliable as Rx-8 because that has ECU problems. Rx-7 just has a lot of turbo dysfunction, I would say, if it's the OG turbo of the pipe shaft style, because yeah, they just didn't have the technology by then of that and such. Let's see where it's swinging. But yeah, I will say this was a god tier lap for this one. Even though I wouldn't say technically that much god tier, but I tried to push it as much as I could. This ain't the lap here, it's the next one. No. Or the next good lap I do. Although I say good lap loosely because you'll see the better lap where it's not the best one because I hit the wall there, which, dang it. It's just what's gonna happen though when you try to push a car. You have to understand the car, how much can you swing. And it gets unpredictable, very. It is what it is. Yeah, 153, that was bad. That was a bad lap. Oh well. I don't want to skip all around anyway. I just want to have 2 laps connected and toss the best lap, which is the final lap. As you can see, it did much better at 151.813. Now, what does that beat exactly? Beats the Mustang, I'll tell you that much. The 2015 Mustang GT. And right next to the Clio. In terms of placement, which is at 13th place, sorry, Amemiya is. So at least it's on par with that. Technically that's good, because I do kind of consider the Clio and Rx-7 kind of those rivals. It's weird. But then again, the Rx-7 was always a GT300 kind of racer. It was never really a 500 racer. Where the NSX and the Skyline was definitely. Oh heck, I kind of consider the NSX even. Yeah, I consider the NSX only did 152.2. Yeah, the NSX to me also felt like a GT300 racer too. Even though they tried to make it as big deal as a supercar, the NSX to me is always a sports car. Always has been. They tried. That's why, to me, that's probably the biggest reason why the NSX failed on its sales factor. Besides just, existing. Because a reminder that, yeah, it beat the Ferrari Testarossa, but that wasn't the biggest car Ferrari was going to toss throughout those years. There was definitely something more crazier behind the scenes. But yeah, 151.555. Okay, still didn't beat the Clio. The Clio did a 151.468, so 13 points for Amemiya there. Now for Tokyo Expressway. As you can see, it's not very fast at all. If I had to say for stats at this point, speed is definitely 2. Acceleration is probably 3 or 4. Turning is 3 or 4. And momentum, well, more to that. Momentum is 3 to 4. Consistency is, I want to say 3. It's there, but sometimes it will doil off, and then. Well, actually, yeah, it's top speed. In case you want to know, it hits about like 185 to 190. I'm thinking at best. It does whatever it's doing on this straight here, and it's not great. But then again, so does the AI does too. If he plays nice, it's the joke. In those cases, he won't play nice. As I've shown many times throughout the 600 PP races, or the Tokyo Express race. Well, I would love to say Tokyo Express, but then I gotta remember, there's another Tokyo Express race that you might think it's that one. No, it's the Endurance one. So, Tokyo Express Endurance. So, yeah, overall, I technically do not have much to say about this car. It's the bad part. I tried to like it in some ways, it's just very difficult to. I do like it, there's just like several gauges in the front of the car. And I like what I did for the vinyl at least, so that's a good part. I will say I do have plans when I do the actual Rx-7. I am going to do the similar vinyl style like I did this one. So, that will be coming back. Just probably not in the white though. I like the white for the RDM. I think that's what the AI got right. Dungeon Joy is like, oh, the white actually does look pretty good for this case. But I went with the blue hood instead of just the black or carbon because I didn't want to, be nonchalant. I want to try some unique sometimes, which in this case I tried the blue, which works pretty well to my understanding. Very unique. Yeah, I really try to like this car as much as I could. It's just really basic. Yeah, I read this wall there, because you can tell that sparks. Yeah, it's for lap to 212, which is pretty slow. But yeah, it needs to beat 212 at least. So, which it did. It meant it did. I could beat the Clio on this one, so at least there's a good part about that. Although the Clio is definitely holding back on its top speed side. Yeah. Get on the straight right here. But yeah, if I have to actually say what the actual performance for this car should sit at, it should probably sit at 550. It's really not that great, to be honest. And how the AI does it, well, I kind of just say rubber band to that real much. The only times I could say where this car excels at is just turning courses like Suzuka Circuit, where also he shows up pretty strong there too. It's fun enough. On to the best lap. Good job. 211.255. What to say about that? It beat the Clio. Clio did a 211.368, but it didn't beat the BMW E36 though, which has been at 210.291. It's sitting at 17th place, so not great. Not that great at all, but at least it is gonna throw a better difference here in a minute. Yeah, that's the great part about this car. When it them swings, at least it's very swingy, it's not too crazy. It has that. It's just the problem is it feels like the other cars are just first ones circles on that. I hate to say that. Yeah, if I have anything to say, I would rather set this at 550 than 600 pp. It's not really that great where it sits at because something's like not allowing it to get that speed, or it just is what it is at the end of the day. If anything, I would rather just go get the actual Rx-7, just tune that sucker back and back. You know, it'd probably do so much better than this. And that's bad because this is a professionally tuned car, and yet I can just turn around and make that way better than this. And no, I'm sorry, the LS7 Rampage motor is not going to help it because it already feels like it's pushed already. The LS7 probably pushing much more than it should do. But yeah, 210.893. God, I was honest, I thought that was 836. So here comes the biggest problem about this car. It's a professionally tuned car, so you know what that means? It's not a road car. The biggest problem I have about Gran Turismo 7 is that they have a distinction between professionally tuned to a road car. Which I understand. There are some cars that feel like they shouldn't count as professionally tuned, but here's the thing though. You do add multiple tags to one car sometimes. Like example, the Ferrari Vision GT counts as a road car. But yet you can't count this as a road car? This should technically be a road car. Because it's not much different to the regular Rx-7. Matter of fact, if anything, it's less than what it was. That's what the biggest problem I have about it. So yeah, you can't technically do a whole lot with this. You could do the World Tour 600. Because I tried looking around, I was like, there's gotta be something for this, right? No, there's not really. You got the Turbo Championship thing, you got the World Touring 600, which thank God a Turbo thing doesn't have road cars. That would be bad. Considering the garage Civics in that. And then the other World Touring 600. But yeah, overall, the Rx-7 Amemiya FD, I'm trying to say, like some Jesus, but the Amemiya FD3S Rx-7 gets a D, because this is not great. Not a great car to me. And what the AI does is pure black magic in terms of road van. So I'm just gonna say he flat out freaking cheats, because I had the proof right here. Does he cheat that bad? No, but the fact that you're allowing him to be that quick in comparison to me is bad. And not only that, if I put sports off on this car, this would not work out that well. So, let's say I already have to handicap the car with 100 pounds, so, you know. Because it seems like the stats needs to get nerfed back in order to allow this car to have more potential than what it needs to be shown. Because for some reason this car is nerfed, really imbalanced in that case. By balance is nerfed, so if anything, the performance points needs to be pushed back for this car because it's just, you know, too weak. I'm not sure what they're thinking on that. Besides, oh, fuel. It has a great fuel, which it really don't. It has 7 laps. The Pontiac Firebird can do 8. And then, don't get me started with the GT4, it can do 10! On this track. Is that technically a race road car? Yes, but still. You're allowing it in, but therefore, let's not take the fuel into account of performance points a little bit. Which is technically a problem, because technically you should have 2 performance points spreadsheet. You should have one based around endurance and one not based around endurance. If it's made for sprint, you have this performance points. If you have something made for endurance, you have this performance points. That's what it feels like. It feels like there needs to be 2 performance boards. Call me crazy. But yeah, that's basically the Amemiya FD3S Rx-7 to mention about. So yeah, I'm a bit sad on this, but it is what it is. So now I can also mention now what I'm gonna be doing here in a bit, because since we have 19 cars, it's finally time to mention I am going to do an AI custom battle and have these cars do a 50-minute endurance race around Tokyo Expressway. Probably 50 or 55. I'm trying to think on what's best on that, and then just see who wins, because I'm curious. I am going to be driving a 600 PP racer of my own. It's just the bad part is I have to participate because until they do that spec B thing they've been talking about. But the problem is that's probably going to be PlayStation 5 only. And I don't know if they're going to optimize that for custom racing anyway. But I'm basically going to be driving a 600 PP racer myself too. And I guess I could lay off a hint is that it's going to be a Porsche. And hopefully it's a Porsche, because I have to double check to make sure if it's going to be a Porsche or not, too, I will say. It should be able to. Yeah, that's my saying to say about that. So, I'm going to be doing an AI tournament and to see who's the best of the 10. If there's cars that are placed in the back of 10, they are to be replaced by new contenders in the future. This also means I could always retune that car whenever too, for another try or chance. And spoilers, I'd be surprised if it's any different. But we'll see. Basically, we'll see. Hey, in case I want to try to master tune a car, perhaps. See how much I can just squeeze out of the car anymore. But until then, people, I'll see you all next time. I hope you enjoy the rest of this footage to offer, and see you then. Take care.